Hello. This is a demonstration of the diminished 7th chord. On the guitar, because of the nature of the fretboard and our hands, the limitations of our hand, there are two forms that work exceedingly well, and from both of those you can derive other chords, even other diminished 7 chords. That is, you can get 3 more from this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my first finger on string 4 on the 1st fret. My second finger is on the 2nd string on the 1st fret. And my third finger is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And my 4th finger is on the 1st string, 2nd fret. And that gets me this. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is move the whole thing up 1 fret, because we need a little bit of space down below. Okay, now in the guitar world, right, the 6th string note and on the note on the same fret on the 1st string, those are both G's. So they always match. They always match up and down the neck. Okay? All right, back to where we were. So we have our diminished 7 chord. Now if I want to split this chord apart and do form number 2, I'm going to take this note that's on the 1st string and I'm going to push it all the way over to the 6th string. And how am I going to do that? Well, I could reach like this, but that's kind of contrary to good fingering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 3rd finger and I'm going to put it on the 6th string, and I'm going to put my 4th finger where my 3rd finger was. And now I'm playing a diminished 7 chord that is on string 6, 4, 3, and 2. Right? So we had this. Now we have this. So if you're not using a pick, well if you're using a pick, how do you do that? Well, right here, the angle that my 3rd finger is coming off of the 6th string is actually, the back side of this finger is touching the 6th string, and it cuts off the note. Instead of getting this, which doesn't work, I get that. And the back side of, it's this part of my 1st finger that is over here touching quite naturally the 1st string, and it cuts that one off. So there's string 5 and string 1. The idea in this video is for you to learn these 2 forms because they're so easy to get to make happen. And now what we're going to do is learn how to shift our fingers around without talking really about what we're going to do in the long run. Now, first we're gonna lower each one of these notes, not all at the same time, but one at a time, down by 1 fret. So this one, moving down on the 4th string, is easy enough, right? There you go. That's done. Okay, let me change my view. Okay. All right, lowering the 3rd finger down, the note that's on the 3rd string, 1 fret is a little harder to do. How are you going to do that? Well, there's a couple ways to do it. You could do this. So I'm playing that note with my 1st finger. But you'll notice maybe that I've got 3 notes on 3 notes on fret number 2 and 1 note on fret number 3. So I could just do a bar, and that gets me this. So we lower the note that's on the 3rd string. We go back. We go back to what we had. Now we're going to lower the note on the 2nd string. This note is going to go down on the 1st fret. How are you going to do that? Well, you have to refinger the chord. And now we're going to lower the note that's on the 1st string. How do you do that? Well, Okay, once again, this is going to give us 3 notes that are on the 2nd fret. The 4th string, the 2nd string, and the 1st string. So, once again, we do a bar, and this note has to be played by the 2nd finger. So, that is the hard part to this. These 2 chords are not hard to learn, right? This one is easy. This one takes just a little bit of extra work, because when we start to move our fingers, we kind of lose our place, I think, many times. But certainly when you're refingering these chords, you know, you have to think about how you're going to do that. You have to move fingers around. But even this one right here, as different as that looks, I've only moved 2 fingers. As different as this looks, I've really only moved 1 finger. So that's the diminished, the beginnings of what I call, now this is my specific terminology. You may not find this in any music books anywhere, but I call it the diminished chord system. And then this is the very beginning of how to do this. Okay, now try that out, see how it goes. Don't get discouraged. You're just moving 1 note down at a time and memorizing 2 chords. Now, go practice.